okay, in which we reference a component. This is one of the ways in which we reference a component. Now, let's look at another way that a component can be referenced. Let's look at another way a component can be referenced. Okay, so let's pass the regular text to a component and see what that will give us. Let's pass a regular and see what that will give us. Let's use let's say we have let's create another component. Let's create another component. Let's create another component. Let's create a file. Let's call it book. Okay, let's call it book. Let's call it book. Okay, no. Book.js. Book.js file. That is what's happening. Okay. Book.js file. So here we import React. You always import React whenever you want to create a file in React. So from React, then so the next thing now we are going to do is let's create a component now. So constant, let's call it book. Okay. Then we have this. We have this. Then we have this. Now, yeah, we have return. Let's keep it simple as possible. So we have return. We have this. Okay. Let's call it. Let's React fragment. So let's say we have. Let's say P. Let's say P. Let's say this. Okay. So yeah, what we are going to do now is, we want to reference this we'll be referencing this component using we'll be referencing this component in a different JavaScript file. Okay. This time around, the component will be having a regular text. Okay. So in this case, what we are going to do is so we are going to use the, what is it called now? Title of the book as property. And here also, because we need to declare this property name. To declare it, we do this. Okay. So title. Okay, this is what we have. Okay. So terminate. Then let's export this. Export defaults. So the name is book. Okay. The name is book. Now let's go to the app.js file. Let's go to the app.js file. So in this app.js file, this is what we are going to do. So I need to edit this a little. Let's do this. Then we are going to bring this in. Let's copy this. Bring it here. Put it here. Sorry. Put it here. So now what we are going to do is move this. What we are going to do is from here. So we need to, before this, let's do this. Sorry. Let's do this. Okay. So let's put this inside. Okay. Let's put this inside. So we have this. Now we have this. So now we want to reference. What is it called now? We want to reference the book. No, the book component. That is what we want to reference. The book component. Okay, but before that, let's import it. Import book from what now? So we are going to import book from book.js, okay? Book. So after importing it, so we can now come here and enter. Now we'll be referencing the book components inside the app.js file. We'll be referencing that inside the app.js file. So let's do that. So book. Okay. So now we have title. That's want to pass in the regular test. So the regular test is what do we use now? Practice makes perfect. Okay. Practice. Wow. Practice makes perfect. Okay, you can see that now. You can see it. Let's make this look nice. Okay. So you can see that practice makes one perfect. It has been rendered. Okay, it has been rendered. No, if you look at this index.js file, say root.render card, and here you have root.render to render card. And inside the card, you have this. Okay. You have this. Are you saying it? So this is another way you can reference a component. This is another way you can reference a component. Okay, this is another way you can reference a component. Now let's do something here. Let's remove this. Let me do something here. Let's remove this. Can you see? Can you see? It has failed to display. It has failed to display this. It has failed. Yeah. It has failed to display practice makes one perfect. So if you remember from the video on the part 1 of this tutorial on this topic, I told you, I said, when you have a component in which a regular test is passed to, the way to assess, okay, the way to assess the value of the property name is by doing this. By doing this. Using the property name, by using the property name. Is by using the property name. Okay. Now, if you remove this, let's see what will happen. You see, the title is not defined, so you need to define it. You need to pass it as a parameter to the book component. You pass it as a parameter to the book component, so which is title. So you can see that. So this is one of the ways, okay, you can assess, okay, one of the ways you can reference a component in another file. I've just given you 2 examples. The first one was using this, okay, that is using this. That's the first method, okay, sorry. Yeah, this is the first method on how to reference the component of inside another file. That is referencing the component of a file from another file. This is one of the ways. Then another way to reference the components, okay, of a file from another file is this way. This way. This is another way of referencing. You know, book component is inside the book.java file. You can see the component, you can see it. That's the component, the book component. Okay, and please take notes because you must make out time to know these things because that's the only way you can speak the language properly. Okay, for you to assess the value, or the regular test that is passed to a component, you must use the property name. You pass the property name as a parameter of the component, okay? Whatever is inside this parenthesis, okay, is known as a parameter. It's known as a parameter, okay? In this case now, a property name. So you pass the property name as a parameter to the component. Then also here, you also do the same. You pass, the component also. You pass the component also. So this is one of the second way that you assess the values of the regular test of a component. This is one of the ways you assess the regular test of a component. Then the third way in which the components of a file can be assessed. Okay. In order not to make this video too long, I'll stop here. Okay. The part 3 of this video will be I'll be talking about the children of a component and how to assess them. So that will be on a different video entirely, because that one is a bit long. So I don't want this video to be too long. So I'll be stopping here. Please do well. If you find this video educative, revealing, please do well to encourage me by liking, commenting. Whatever feedback you have for me, please let me know. Any question you have concerning this topic that I have treated, please put it in the comment section and I'll be glad to respond to it. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in part 3 of this video. Bye for now.